All right, today we got, I guess this is going to be part two. If you remember, I don't know, it's been a while back, we had a Pontiac solid roller cam that a customer sent in that was ground on a hydraulic roller core. So he had them fix it, and the new cam came in and he sent me an email. He's like, hey, this one, something's wrong with it too. Would you look at it? So he sent it to me and we got it here, and basically we're just gonna go over it and show you what the issue is, and then we're gonna see about getting this thing sorted out and get it fixed so we can get it shipped to him. So hang loose and we're gonna get into all this. All right, so let me make sure all are. All right, so right here we got it in V blocks. This is the center journal, and we have got, is that like 4 thousandths run out on the center journal. We come over here to the second journal, and we have got 3.5 or so. And then we'll get back here on this back journal. Let me get you where you can see. And it's about the same. So you can't see, and I'm by myself, so I can't get you in here. But they have attempted at some point to straighten it, because it's got dents all in it where they've beat on it with a chisel trying to straighten it out. So let me set this back up. So basically, it come in to him and he checked it with, a bunch of run out like you see. And so obviously that ain't gonna go in the motor. It'll tear up the cam bearings and whatever else. So I can't tell about if it's got any base circle run out because the journal run out so bad. So we're gonna take it over, put it between centers, and we're gonna straighten it. I'll bring you over and let you see that. And we're gonna try to get it under 1 thousandths on every journal. And then once we get it there, then we'll bring it back to the surface plate, and then we're gonna check the base circle run out and see what it looks like. The lobes are pretty chattered up, so I feel pretty confident that once we get it straight, we're probably just gonna have to regrind it anyway, just cause the lobe quality is so bad. And then I haven't actually looked at the lobe designs in the Cam Doctor, but if we get it straight and the base circle run out is decent, we'll just put it in the Cam Doctor and look at it before we do anything or before we make a decision. But I mean, it may live without having to grind it, but I feel pretty confident we're probably gonna have to grind it. So hang loose and I'll get the grinder set up and where we can get it between centers and get ready to straighten it, and then I'll bring you back then. All right, we're gonna get going straightening on this thing. So yep, that's 5. Yeah, that's a full 5 thousandths right there. So we'll bring it to the low side. So that's down to 2.5. I need my glasses because I'm blind. That's about half thousandths. So we'll come over here and get on the end journal. And that's about 2.5. So the center one, you know, helped that problem a lot. That's about 1. There we go. That's about half thousandths. We'll come over here and get on this one. So that's about 2. And that's about half. All right, so I want to check them all again, because, you know, when you move one, it's going to move the other ones. Yep, so that center one's out again, which is normal. There we go. All right, so that's good and straight. Let's go back over to the V blocks and then we'll do some more inspecting. Hopefully that's all in the screen. All right, so we'll just verify. Yep, that's less than 1. So we'll just, for the benefit of the doubt, we'll get back here close to where the tailstock would be. That's the center of the lobe right there. And then we'll just yeah, you can't see it probably, but it's just got massive chatter in the whole lobe. I mean, it's just horrible. Yeah, I mean, that one's probably worse than the other one. Yeah, the base circle runout ain't too bad. I mean, it's got some, but it ain't nothing that's gonna create any problems. All right, so yeah, I think overall the best thing that we're gonna be able to do, so the simplest thing we're gonna be able to do is just do a regrind. I don't even remember the specs, but the lobe quality is just so poor that, I mean, there's no way we're gonna polish that out. It just ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna just go over all of this with the customer, make sure that that's what he wants to do, and then we'll just take this core and just put another grind on it that's hopefully similar to what's already there. Well, I mean, it's going to be similar. I just hope I got something. I don't know what the specs are. I'm gonna have to run it in the cam doctor. So I think we'll just go do that. We'll go run this thing in the cam doctor, and then I'll show you what the specs are and what we're gonna do from there. So, all right. So we got it run in the cam doctor. Let me show you that data. Let me start the screen recorder. All right. So, if you can see, it is a mess. It's just a mess. So even even the velocity curve is bumpy, and that's just from all that chatter and mechanical noise in the cam itself. But you can see, you can see the acceleration curves, and I mean they are just a mess. It's just, I don't know no other way to explain it. And yeah, I mean it's so bad it's hard to tell, but the lobes are symmetrical. It appears, best we can see, whatever that's worth. Let's see what the profile is: 255, 264 on a 111. I think it was supposed to be a 110, but it's 111, 110.7. So I got some stuff that'll do that. It's 427 lift on the intake and 409 on the exhaust. So yeah, I mean we're just gonna regrind it, put something on it that'll work, and fix all this nasty mess. I mean, you can even see in the velocity curve, it's just super bumpy. And like I say, that's just from all that chatter. It's bad. Bad. The exhaust is worse than the intake. The intake's bad too, but the exhaust is a lot worse than the intake. So anyway, I got to get all this information to the customer. He's been asking me, and I've just been so busy I ain't had time to fool with it. But we're gonna get this sorted out. But I just, I mean, I don't know, but that's two cams back to back from the same manufacturer that are just a horrific train wreck. It's crazy to me what people send out the door. I don't understand it myself, but I don't know. I just don't understand. I can't. I just couldn't send stuff like that out. I mean, it's one thing to make a mistake, but then I guarantee you, on the second go round, we're gonna be inspecting that sucker like we're gonna be looking at it with a fine tooth comb, and you could see that they were straightening it in the right location. Like I had to peen the exact same location where they had been peening. They just didn't get it there. And I mean, sometimes stuff can get bumped around in shipping for sure, but not that bad. And the box looked good, so it wasn't like the box was all beat up. But a thousandths or so from shipping, totally I get it, but not that. Um, So anyway, it's just another page in Garbage Cam Chronicles, I guess. So we'll get this sorted out, and I'll probably do a little video when we fix it and show you what it looks like, what the difference is, and we'll save this data, and that way we can compare what it looks like now to what it looks like when it's finished. But I mean, it's visual. I mean, you can visually see massive amounts of chatter in the lobe. So, I mean, how that ever got out the door. But again, I mean, I see it all the time. Just, I mean, even on super duper $1,000 CNC ground cams, I see just visual chatter. And I mean, everybody struggles with chatter for sure. I mean, it's hard to keep the rocks in balance and perfect, and I mean we balance ours all the time. I mean, I bought a own machine balancer so we can check the wheel balance on the machine while the machine's running, and we still just constantly have to touch up the balance because rock wear or coolant loading in the rock, it just changes the balance all the time. So you really have to stay on top of it. And finishing speeds and dressing the wheel the proper way and just on and on and on. All of that stuff matters. And, I have learned as I go, this makes it better and this makes it worse and what we got to do and how we got to do it. And, just again, all of that stuff matters. And it's a learning curve for sure for me because I've been doing it less than anybody. So, I, I have to just figure this stuff out because nobody's holding my hand telling me. I just gotta, hey, look at the data. This looks like garbage. We gotta do something to fix that. We can't we can't send cams out that the grind looks like absolute trash. We just can't do that. But anyway, all right. Hopefully that was interesting. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.